you understand Afghanistan, you've covered it for years. How big of a mistake is it to take and grant these folks even one iota of legitimacy?
You know, it's almost like a surreal experience because it's that catastrophic. We are committing national suicide on the world stage, right in front of everybody's eyes. And the most incredible part is that Osama bin Laden predicted all of this. In 1993, he said that the US was weak in its will to fight, that it would lose the commitment, and its politicians would be the ones that led us down the road to defeat. And by politicians, he included in that the generals who are politically appointed and trained once they get to a certain level. And why do I say that, Jason? Because what you're actually looking at, the Islamic Emirate of the Taliban, which is the government that they're about to declare. I spoke to one Afghan leader today who said, make no mistake, what's being reported in the news is wrong, right? Because he's not in the Taliban. He said there are no talks. They are declaring their government, and it does not include anybody else but them. And this emirate is the basis, this is the foundation of the caliphate that Osama bin Laden and Al-Qaeda flew those planes into the World Trade Center for, right? This was the whole purpose. We are handing to Al-Qaeda and the Taliban and all the other Islamic terrorists who share Al-Qaeda's ideology the greatest victory that they have ever known. And they are celebrating it from Beirut to Jerusalem, to Abu Sayyaf in the Philippines, to these Islamic states in Nigeria, in West Africa. I mean, this is the greatest defeat of the world superpower that anyone has ever seen. Because what they achieved, this is what is different, Jason. This is what is different. When we lost battles and wars before, it was with dignity and it was with honor. But in this war, it is with shame, and it is drenched in the blood of betrayal. And we are isolated on the world stage, and we are weak because of it. And the only people who benefit are America's enemies.
Well, I do believe we could have left, and we could have left with honor. We did not have to do this. We did not have to leave people behind enemy lines. As we wrap up here, I want to play part of a video that you received from a source in which you say is house-to-house executions in Kabul following the U.S. departure. Have a look. I can't even imagine the horror that's going on there. We have just a few seconds. How does
this is what you need to know,
survive?
Jason. They won't. Women will not survive. This is a death sentence. We've turned the entire country into a prison for every Afghan woman, right? There's no other option. And what I can tell you is that right now, all across Afghanistan, there is a president and a resistance force, and they are fighting for freedom. And there are some 7 to 10 to 20,000 Taliban that over the last few hours when they've been fighting are making their way to the valley. They are armed with America's advanced weapon technology. They have a night vision and a capability they never had before. And they are going to slaughter every man, woman, and child if this president doesn't use the over-the-horizon capability. Remember he said the U.S. preserved that over-the-horizon capability. If the U.S. and Europe and NATO and the American people and anyone who believes in freedom doesn't act, all of these people who are standing and fighting, who did not surrender and who are fighting for their country, all of them will be slaughtered. And their deaths are the death of the American ideal. The ideal of freedom is being destroyed right now.
Yeah, I think it's playing out in real time. Lara Logan, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us on this great, beautiful Thursday night.
Thank you, Jason.
All right.